Beautiful Saturday morning here at Grateful Gab. Really appreciate y'all tuning in as always. Some great content this morning. I was going to get started off by going directly into the daily verse of the day. Today is April 23rd, 2022. The daily verse is deriving from the book of Psalms, chapter 84, verse 10. And it states as follows: For a day in thy courts is better than 1,000. I had rather be a doorkeeper in the house of my God than to dwell in the tents of the wickedness. And again, that's from the book of Psalms, chapter 84, verse 10. And so this morning, we're going to do something different. I'm going to do something different. This is going to be a dedication video dedicated to someone that is really dear in my life, to a lot of people's lives, to my brothers as well. She was a big impact in how we was raised, a lot of different morals and a lot of different, ways we see life. And her name is Annie Joyce Dillard. Annie Joyce Dillard. Annie Joyce Dillard. Also known as to some people, like myself, as my grandmother Jo, Miss Jo, JoJo. This lady was definitely placed into our life for a reason by the Lord himself. I truly believe that. She's one of the most selfless, human beings I've ever met in my life. She was literally there every day, for me and my brothers, through everything. No matter where we went, she always traveled to be a part of our family, wherever we were in the city. She made it there. She didn't have a car. She rode a bus, but she was always there, y'all. Every day. My grandmother, we threw my blood relative grandmother. Her name is Kaina. And we celebrated her 75th birthday earlier this year. And one of her good friends, Aunt Mokayla, she had showed me a photo for when we lived in some projects in Harris Home on the west end of Atlanta. And lo and behold, man, I'm looking at this photo. I'm like, man, who is that standing behind me? Who, not behind me directly, but it was like, a person figure in the photo or whatever. And I'm like, man, for my mind, I'm thinking, I'm going through my mind. I'm like, bro, who is this? Who is this? 'Cause I don't even remember the day. And then lo and behold, I asked my mother, I said, Mom, who's standing behind us in this photo? And she was like, your grandma Jo. And I'm like, bro, I should have known that. You know what I mean? Like I said, this lady, bro, selfless woman, man, selfless. Like, we weren't even her blood grandkids, but she believed in us enough to be able to truly, genuinely make a bond and build a foundation with my mother to be able to be there for us so she could be able to, work. While my mom worked, my grandma Jo took care of us. She cooked, cleaned, made sure we got what we needed to get, you feel what I'm saying? If we had to get anywhere, she let us know. If we had to get stuff done, what my mom wanted to get done, she was on it. She was on us, you know what I'm saying? She taught us lessons. She gave us advice, ideas. She showed us, who a strong woman is. Even when she had her own family, she still bust her butt every day to be where we are, to make sure that her grandkids, got in the house. Her grandkids had a snack when they got from school. Her grandkids had dinner when they, before their mom got home. You know what I mean? Like, she did this every day, y'all. From at least when I was about, I would say, newborn toddler to my, 12, 13 years until she passed. You know what I mean? So, again, Annie Joyce Dillard plays a very, very big part in my life, man. Like, you know what I mean? Just the selfless demeanor and selfless, attitude she had, for stuff towards our family. It's remarkable. And I really appreciate her. She really doesn't, I really can't explain how much of an impact she had on my life, because without her, I don't even know where we would be at, you know what I mean? Like, literally, bro. She was there every day until she passed, bro. I mean, even on the weekends, even when my mom didn't have money to, pay her for her services or whatever, she didn't even care, because she wooed her grandkids. She took care of us regardless. If whenever we came around, everybody knew, they go Miss Joe's grandsons. You know what I mean? Because of four boys, and yeah, man, she took care of us. And it's just such a blessing, because, bro, she didn't have to choose to be such a large impact in a part of our lives like that. I mean, I don't know the backstory of how her and my mother were introduced, how they met and things like that. But like I said, God placed her in our lives for a reason. And then, you know, it's definitely not for granted or anything to regret. You know what I mean? I definitely wish she could have lived a longer, healthier life. By any means, you know, none of us are perfect. She wasn't perfect, but she was perfect to me. You know what I mean? For what she stood for her dedication, for her love, for other people. You know what I mean? To put herself all on the line for some people that, you know what I mean, she didn't even have any blood relation to, but she was there like she was our blood grandmother. You know what I mean? I definitely truly amazed at how God can bless people to impact, you know, your life for a positive reason. And she was really a major part, you know, of how I wanted to be, who I wanted to be. You know what I mean? She saw that. She saw us grow. And I never even thought about that. You know what I mean? I'm just thinking, you know, she was there for our lives. You know what I mean? I didn't think about the growth she saw, the potential she saw in my mom, in her efforts and her ways of becoming a mom. You know what I mean? She stood up and she spoke on ways that she wanted to, you know, impact my mother's life in a positive way, in our way, and in our lives, and she did that. And Miss Annie, man, I just really want to let you know what I mean, Grandma Joe, I love you. Again, I really appreciate everything you did, all the lessons for us, all the time and effort you gave, all the dedication you gave to us, no matter where we were. No vehicle, you got on the public transportation every day. You know, you spent money to come be a part of us, to make sure we were good, to make sure when we came home, we had an adult to come home to while our mom was working. And I really appreciate you. And I love you. And I just want to put your spirit in the air and let it be touched by other people, because you are truly a great woman. Annie Joyce Dillard, I'll always put your name in the air, put your spirit in the universe, because again, you know, of course you weren't perfect, but you were perfect for us. I really appreciate it, for real. So again, I just wanted to be a small dedication video and let her know how much she means to us, how much her family means to us. We're going to continue to grow and make you proud, and continue to put the things into a reality that you saw in us, that you believed in us, that you saw we had the potential to become a great young man and great men in this world. And again, we just really appreciate you. Annie Joyce Dillard, y'all, that's her name. Excuse me. Annie Joyce Dillard. Yeah, my Grandma Joe, our Grandma Joe. You know, she was a grandma to a lot of people. She meant a lot to a lot of people. She had a large family, beautiful family, sons, daughter, grandchildren, great-grandchildren. I just love you. I really want you to know that. Appreciate you. My mother appreciates you. My brothers appreciate you. My family appreciate you. Excuse me, y'all. We weren't able to see her be put in the ground. It was a hard time for my family, my mother. But, you know, through thick and thin, I always kept her in mind, kept her strength with me, kept her dedication with me, kept her memories with me. Sorry, y'all. It might not seem a lot to y'all, but it's just so much, you know, that goes with my mind as I see the work ethic she put in every day to be where we was at, no matter how far we were from outside the city. You know, the furthest she traveled to ever be with us when we lived in College Park. And she stayed all the way, you know, Cascade. And she would get up every morning, man, travel all the way from the west side of, you know, southwest Atlanta to the south side every day. And I mean, probably for like 2 years, and then she had got sick. You know what I mean? That's when she started coming around. And there were different reasons. I don't think they had wanted us to know she was getting sick. And then we learned about her passing. And it was just, yeah, man, it was just different, bro. But again, Annie Joyce Dillard, my grandma Joe, I love you. Thank you for the impact again that you had in our lives. It's untouchable. It's limitless, infinite. And again, I thank you. You know, Annie Joyce Dillard's spirit will always live in the world, in the universe, because it's needed. Because the spirit of a selfless woman like that, man, can take you anywhere. You can impact so many people's lives without knowing it. 14 years later, here I am, still, you know, here, remembering her, living through her, getting the impact that she put into our lives, you know, spreading that around to be able to give that joy, peace, and love and support to other people. So, again, I love you. My grandma Joe, Annie Joyce Dillard. Annie Joyce Dillard. Annie Joyce Dillard. You're going to live forever. As long as I'm living, you're going to live. And I know you're going to live through your grandkids and your kids. But you always live through me. Annie Joyce Dillard. My grandma Joe. I love you. Till we see each other next time. Continue to be one of our angels. Watch over us. Watch over our kids, our grandkids, your kids. Thank you, Grandma. We love you. Really appreciate you 100 million times fold. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Grateful God. Appreciate y'all tuning in. You know, excuse my emotional state, things of that nature, but again, she was a very, very important person in my life and a lot of other people's lives. And again, I just wanted to come here, speak on how much she means to me, the impact and love that she had in my life, from the projects in Harris home to a 27-year-old man right now. So, thank you, Grandma. I love you. Thank you to all my siblings and family members who impacted me, you know, on the same level as my Grandma Joe. And I love all y'all, and I appreciate y'all for giving me everlasting memories and everlasting joy in my heart, and making me want to be better for the people around me, for my family. And just because, you know, I seen that, I was able to experience and see that firsthand of what it is, you know, of what it takes for somebody to be better and give an impact to have somebody be better. Annie Joyce Dillard, I love you. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Until next time, Grateful God. Peace.